All right, what's going on, chat? This is 681 Shadow. Welcome, welcome. Hopefully, y'all having a great day so far. Let me get my other light on as well, actually. A little bit of a gloomy day today where I am, so it do be like that. But hopefully, y'all having a great day so far. I'm definitely excited to be pulling for Sparxie today. Finally, get us a second Elation character, so we do love to see that as well. All right, just making sure everything's all good on my end here before we get into the game, but I'm definitely excited to use Sparxie from Currency Wars and the Yao Guang trial. Sparxie definitely does seem very fun. Yeah, everything seems to be good on the two streams here. We do love to see that. But yeah, so Sparxie, I'm actually not sure. Did she come out at 12 or 1? Let me actually pull up Parade Win because they have the countdown there. Okay, she does drop at 1. Okay, so we'll have plenty of time to do MOC. We can do probably currency. We can do currency wars as well. Actually, yeah, I should probably do that first. To be honest, yeah, to be honest, we should do currency wars first because that is gonna be the bulk of the time. All right. Let me get the game going here. But yeah, I definitely am really excited for Sparxie here. I'm pretty sure, like 95% sure at this point, that I'm skipping 4.1. So we will, we'll see how things go. Now, what I've been thinking, right? If my Sparxie pulls go very well, which I'm not expecting because of how great my Yao Guang pulls went, if my Sparxie pulls go really well, I might try going for Saridra. I might try going for her. Just so I can have the optimal Finon team. But if my pulls don't go super well, then I'm going to just skip out on Saridra for now. Because I do want to make sure I can get a good Elation team, too, going forward. So, alright, let me get the game up here. Because I did also, like, kind of want High Ceilings, too, for Dot, but I was like, you know what, let me just make sure I have enough for Sparxie, which, I mean, I have a good amount of pulls saved right now. Like, I'm not worried for Sparxie, but if the pulls go poorly, then we are going to be in a pretty rough spot for whoever I pull for next. So, plus also 4.1 is only going to be 4 weeks. So it's not like I have the most time in the world to save for that batch. So it is kind of a yikes. Alright, let me swap over here. We can pause the Dokkan music and then we'll get game audio going here. There we go. Oh, and I gotta switch to this for you guys. Because the last gameplay video I recorded was Fortnite. There we go. There we go, chat. Oh yeah, there is. Oh yeah, there was also a new gift code as well. So I might as well put that in real quick too, because we got to get as many jades as we can. So let me actually grab that real quick too. Yeah, let's grab that. Boom. Easy work. All right. Cool. So we'll grab that. Also, I gotta say, I feel like I haven't commented on it too much on stream, but I love the new assignment system. Like, genuinely, it is so nice. Because So like there's certain days where it's like I don't get time to log in like in the morning before I have to like go to work or do stuff, and I log in like pretty late in the day, and then that messes up my whole like assignment schedule with the old system. But the new system now, it really doesn't matter when I claim them, as long as I don't let it overcap past the 30 hours. So that is a W as well. Um, I yeah, I guess we'll do some more relic runs as well for the Elation characters, because my Sparxie build, I kid you all not. Here, let me actually pull this up real quick. Actually, I'll start the run and then I'll pull this up. But my Sparxie build is literally short by a very small amount of attack, which is not ideal. It is not ideal at all. Let me let me pull this up. Actually, no, I linked the website to someone. Let me pull it up from there. Here we are. Okay. And then it should see which side. Oh yeah, it should be in here. Yeah, okay. My Sparxie build, chat, is literally short by a small amount of attack. Actually, it's a yeah. Like, we're only short by what? It's like 37. Yeah, I'm short by 37 attack with my current lineup, which is such a big yikes. I mean, my crit ratio is actually very good, and I'm running attack boots, so we'll see how that works out too. But yeah, a lot of these relics are not great, which does kind of suck. So I mean, we'll have to deal with that, but it is what it is for now. But if I can get some good pieces as well for Sparxie, I mean, even for Yao Guang as well, would be good. Because, like, my Yao Guang, you know, she puts in the work for sure, but her build could be better if I got some, like, optimal pieces for her. Alright, so I mean, I think regardless, even if I'm missing out on, like, I think it's like 5% elation I'll be missing out on, it's probably not the end of the world for when the character first drops, but I'm gonna want to close that gap at some point. Right, I'm gonna want to close the gap at some point. Yeah, but then as soon as I'm able to know what specifically the next Elation characters do, then I gotta focus on building up for those characters. Because I think that's going to be very important. Which, it does help that I'm skipping all of, I should say all of, because it's a short path. But it helps that I'm skipping 4.1. Because, I mean, let's be honest, like, hunt characters, like, they'll be good when they drop, but outside of Fei Xiao, honestly, and I guess Boot Hill as well, because he did kind of have a resurgence with the Dahlia. Hunt characters don't usually last the longest. Alright, I need something that's really good. I mean, honestly, I think it's the yeah, it's not the headpiece. My headpiece has decent attack. I forget which piece exactly I would want to upgrade on. Actually, let me pull up the build again so I can actually look at my pieces. I might as well just keep that tab up for Sparxie. So she is. Yeah, so the headpiece is honestly fine. I mean, if I got one that rolled better for crit rate, then sure, but it has attack on it, and this one doesn't. Then the handpiece is double crit with no attack. So I would lose out on some crit damage, which might not actually be the worst thing ever if I can get a good crit rate roll. But you know, I'll leave that one unmarked for now. Maybe we'll try rolling it. That piece sucks. Um, that piece is trash. That's trash. That one was close to being good. If it had either crit rate or attack percent, then I think this would have been a good piece. And that piece is trash. All right, and then for Yao Guang, I also have her build on this website too. So let me pull that up. Although my Yao Guang's build is way better than my Sparxie build, by the way. So let's see here. Yeah, because she wants a lot of speed. So I feel like if there's anything here that doesn't have speed, I'm just not gonna take it. I'm just not gonna take it. Which they didn't give me any speed for her. Love that. Absolutely love that. How many relic fragments can I use right now? I mean, I have been doing some crafting as well, trying to get the Sparxie build finalized. So I probably don't have the most like relic fragments, but let me see what I can do here. Okay, we have 300 there, and then I can select discarded. I mean, it wouldn't hurt to try to craft some for the yeah, I think I definitely want to replace the yeah, I probably want to replace the hand piece, because if I can get an attack percent substat on that plus yeah, honestly, attack percent and crit rate. If I get those two on that, that'll be good. But also let me level up that other one that we got that didn't mark, because if that one turns out to be decent, and also I have Arlen hold all of my all my relics for upcoming characters. So let's Everglorious Magical Girl, yeah, this one right here, because this has attack percent and crit rate. If I can get a reasonable amount of crit rate on this and attack percent, then we might honestly be good. Yeah, so I'm fine with just like bringing this all the way up to 15. Let's see how it rolls. Oh, that actually rolled pretty well. Because, like, sure, I lose a little bit of crit damage, but it's not the end of the world. And I maintain a similar level of crit rate. So, yeah, let me actually put this into that site real quick. Which, by the way, W resource for the site, actually. I didn't really know about this site too much. Alright, so on this one, it's flat HP. Yeah, let me just remove all the subsets I have in there right now. So, flat HP at 38. We have attack percent at 8.2. We have effect hit rate at 8.6. Kind of sucks that we got to roll into that, but it is what it is. And then we got crit rate at 9%. Okay. Oh, perfect. Okay, yeah. So with this piece, we get to our 3600. All right, we're good. We're good. And we're still at we're at 85 crit rate and 165 crit damage, and that includes her her traces as well. So you know what? I will take those. I will absolutely take that. So yeah, we're gonna lock that and put that on. All right, yeah. So Sparxie should be good for that as well. Plus, she'll get a whole ton of crit damage and a bit of extra crit rate for both Yao Guang and Sparxie, or Sparkle, I mean. So she's gonna be doing pretty good. All right, glad we got that out of the way here. So let's jump into some currency wars, because we do have an hour and a half still before Sparxie actually drops here, right? Because if we go into the warps here, oh wait, hold on, no, this says 28 minutes. So is Pridewind wrong, or is, I mean, I doubt Starbow is wrong. You know, maybe Pridewind just has the wrong time. That could be possible. So maybe she does drop in 30 minutes. But honestly, I have no complaints about that. So you know, honestly, because I could do currency wars in an hour. Honestly, let's do the lower MOC stages for right now. Because we can do MOC 12 once we actually have Sparxie. So yeah, we can do that. Because I mean, it wouldn't make. I feel like it wouldn't make sense, right? For them to have the reruns leave, and then have no new banners come up right afterwards in the middle of a patch. I feel like they're just not going to do that. And also for pull wise, we have 121 with Jades. We have 5 tickets, and then we have 22 that we can exchange in the shop. Which hopefully hopefully we don't even touch the shop once, because I definitely am hoping for at least some decent luck. Plus, I also have some pity there. Hey, what's going on, Maester Joe? Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're having a great day so far. I haven't gotten her yet because she's not out yet. But I'm assuming she should be out in the next 27 minutes here. So we are gonna start the new MOC while we're waiting, but we do have plenty of pulls. So here's hoping, right? Here's hoping that we get her. All right, so stage 9 here. Stage 9's not never anything super crazy. Got hurt about 3 pulls, but of course you built a pay to 71 because you're trying to get Black Swan. You know what? Fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, yeah, Black Swan is still very solid. I feel like I'm starting to get to the point where it's just like, because I have Kafka and I have Black Swan, but I don't have High Sillins. High Sillins is, I feel like the longer we go with the dot team without any other like new characters, the more I feel like High Sillins is almost needed for like MOC level difficulty. Because like Kafka and Black Swan, just them with a support, they can do it. But I feel like High Sillins is just so good that the longer we go, I feel like High Sillins is going to be more of a need for the dot team. Alright, so team 1, we can use, you know what? Do I have it set up? I do. We can use Evernight main DPS, and then here we can use... Oh, wait, no, I can't use Evernight main DPS. Never mind. We can use a variant of the Casterus team. And then we can use Fine on here. So let's get Fine on team. And then we'll do... Where is she? Casterus, Evernight, RMC, and Hyacinth. You sure your Sparxie team was cracking MOC even though she was not even half built before artifacts got leveled? Maybe because of Yao Guang's E1, R1. That probably will help, for sure. But also, you do get some extra punchline and everything with the MOC buff. So that also does help, too. I feel like I remember Sparxie's kit having, like, some scaling based on how much punchline you have. And Climb for stage 1 and 2. Yes, it is. We do love Casterus and Finon out here. Especially Finon. Finon's my goat. That is my goat. Oh, they do the area in the school. That's cool. Yeah, because these are early stages, I'm just gonna auto it. I'm just gonna auto it. Especially with Casterus of all teams. Like, we are definitely autoing this. Also, based on how Pure Fiction went for the way they like include like the punchline stuff, I feel like Elation is gonna be a bit more forgiving in terms of like the buffs and whatnot than Remembrance was, because Remembrance was like, oh, if you don't have a Memo Sprite, you're not getting this buff kind of thing, and there's no way to get a Memo Sprite if you don't have one in your kit. But for like Pure Fiction, for example, like they have ways in like the grip buffs to give you punchline. So I think Elation's gonna be a bit more forgiving power creep wise, but we'll see how the versions progress. Promise you did only for Sparxie Premium Team and Caster's Premium Team, as well as with all LC and E1 Cyrene. Hey, you know what? Absolute W there. That's a W. Hoping to get early Sparxie LC. Good, yeah, good luck on that for sure. I'm going for E0 S1. I do have a good amount of pulls, and of course we're getting more with these MOC stages. Yeah, remember it's locked very important. Yeah, exactly. There wasn't like it said like you have like a... Because a lot of the buffs were like, for endgame stuff, they would be like, if you have a Memo Sprite, then you get like this kind of buff, which only helps a very small amount of characters. But at least they're giving us ways to get punchline. Because they also have punchline linked to specific enemies too, for playing Arcadia. So even after 4.x, there probably are going to be fights where we do have to think about punchline, even without using Elation characters. So I think that can be pretty interesting for the game as well. Dude, I remember when this Penacony ape enemy came out, and I didn't have a shielder back then, so I was just like, I wouldn't say he was difficult, but he was a little more annoying. And as soon as I started using a shielder against him, I'm like, wait a minute, this enemy's kind of free. Also, I really use the cycle in MOC 9. But honestly, it's because we're autoing against Bartholos. Bartholos is annoying. He's annoying if you auto, because you need to use specific attacks on him. But I'll be able to make quick work of the actual boss, so I'm not worried here. Alright, we got rid of him. You hit me next banner because you bet Ashvale, and per rumors you want to get Neolux and Sakura and Miko variant. Yeah. Next banner after Sparxie is gonna be Ashvale. I'm also skipping because I do want to focus on Elation stuff. Dude, having a one cycle for MOC 9 is low-key embarrassing. I'm not gonna lie, but it's not deep enough for me to go back. Okay, this stage I'll use Dot actually because it's stage 10, and then against Kafka we can use Finon. Yeah, so you know what? It's MOC 10. I will go. Here's like up until 11. I mean that makes sense. I feel like you get to a point where basically everything up to 11 is not that hard. Oh, yes, let's go. Do I have Dot preset lined up? Oh, yeah, I do, okay. Oh, yeah, I can just use Ho-Ho. Okay, yeah, no. So I can keep, also, I don't know why those two are flipped like that. We'll do that, and then I'll have DHPT. You can see exactly do it. Oh, absolutely, yeah, no, yeah, I definitely get that. For 12, you think you did 3 cycles? That's pretty solid. Yeah, because I heard for stage 12, it's the Sparxie boss, and then it's Lygus, which is not awful. Definitely not awful. Like I feel like the last MOC's 12th floor was more annoying. Cause last MOC we had like the Dark Sam boss, which if you don't have break and you don't have high cylinders for Dot, you are well, actually no, I shouldn't say if you don't break. If you don't have the Dahlia for break or you don't have high cylinders for Dot, that stage is very annoying. You forced the last stage Xandar with Caster's team. I mean, Caster's team, it also does have a lot of ice characters too, so I wouldn't really call that like brute forcing your way through it. Oh, I'm using a cycle here too. See, that's what I was talking about with Dot, man. Your break team's not obsolete. Yeah, me as well, right? Because it's like if you didn't pull the Dahlia, then break just isn't going to do what it needs to do for you. Like. You lost Dahlia and don't even have Linksha? I mean, I'm still of the opinion you don't fully need Linksha, right? I feel like because of what the Dahlia provides, you could probably still get away with Gallagher. Although I might just be a Gallagher Glazer still, so that might just be me just kind of glazing Gallagher and not really caring about Linksha. Hey, what's going on, Geku? Welcome, welcome. Hopefully you're having a good day so far, man. TV8 Hoyo is nice to you. After losing Dahlia, you got E1 Yao Guang and 1 10 pull. First double 5-star you had in all 3 Hoyo. Oh, we do love that. We do love to see that. I remember my first and only double 5-star in the same pull was in 1.0 with Sela. It wasn't 2 Selas, unfortunately, but I got both Bailu and Sela, which was like one of the best double 5-star 10 pulls you could have gotten on release. because our only healer option besides Bailu was Natasha back then. Gallagher's your best still your best healer? Dude, Gallagher is still pretty good. Like, I have Hyacinth, so I don't use him really much anymore, but he is still that guy. Did I slide for your Goat Chicken Pimp yet? Not yet, bro. I'm waiting for the next story quest for that. But don't worry, Gecko, I'm plotting. It was shocking for you because you and your friend were playing in the office and guaranteed Yao Guang, and then another one came. See, that's... that kind of thing is what makes it so fun, right? Like, you never think it's gonna happen, and then it just happens. Actually, you know what? No, I shouldn't say that's my only double 5-star pull, because I did pull 2 of Ron May's signature light cone in the same multi. So my Ron May's E0 S2. If it's screaming, oh, I bet. Yeah, I just like... I don't ever expect to be super lucky with these games because I've been playing gacha games a long time. So, I know what it's like to get absolutely shafted. Alright, now we're getting Cyrene ult, which means we'll get Finon ult, which means we won't have any other issues. ZZ, you're now hoping for Arya tomorrow? See, I'm always in such a... I should say always. Ever since 2.3 ZZZ, I've been in such like a weird headspace with ZZZ. Because I'm just like... They'll do something cool, I'll log in, I'll be like, that's what's up. And then the next thing will come out, and I'll just be like, I actually don't care. Right? Like, it's such a weird and unfortunate thing, because like, ZZZ has some good stuff going on. But I literally logged in like twice during 2.6, and I haven't logged in since. Did you already do your polls or waiting for new? I'm still waiting for the new character. They should be dropping in about 15 minutes. It is a weird bread and butter Hoyo, so you got with me. Yeah, exactly. Because it was like 2.0 dropped. It was all right. Like, you know, there were issues with like the tutorials and the storytelling and stuff like that. Oh, no, not in storytelling. But, like, there was issues with like the tutorial in the story. Like having like a million tutorials for all the new like mechanics. Then 2.1 story, I actually really like 2.1 and 2.2 stories. And then 2.3 comes around, and I was like, so you're telling me, right? This is my issue with 2.3, and the reason I took a break from 2.3. They said, we're going to release 3 characters, right? 2 characters we've never seen before, and then Monado, who has been in the story since 2.0. Let's make these randoms the S ranks, and let's make Monado the A rank. Like, I think that's just a stupid decision, me personally, right? But I popped in for 2.5. 2.5 was fun. I did pull Shun Guang with her weapon, so that was definitely good as well. Genshin's their favorite child, H is the meme child, and CC is their gooner yet depressing child. Yeah, that's basically it at this point, to be honest. You said, let me summon for you, Heike. Hey, I don't know about that, Chief. I don't know about all that. Hey, also, what's going on, John? Welcome to the stream, man. Also, the chat has not been on the stream the whole time. My fault. Hold up. There we go. And John, do you have a surprise for me? What surprise you got for me? HR is a bit more depressing as well. ZZ is like hating male characters. Yeah, ZZZ, like, they got something against male characters. Oh, John DM me something? Let me see. Oh god, bro went into the archives for some of these. Cause yes, you do. Yeah, bro went. I mean, I wouldn't expect anything less. You thought remove chat was just a static touch? No. I just low key had it disabled there. But you're going. You're actually in the Philippines. It's midnight. Oh wow. Okay. And I appreciate you for stopping by. Hopefully you have a great rest of your night there. I was gonna say great rest of your day because that's what I normally say, but hopefully you have a good night. And I appreciate the good luck on the polls. Yeah, hopefully they all go well. And I'll be posting them on the channel as a video as well. So if you want to see how my polls go, they will be there for you to see there. But hopefully I have a good one, Maester Joe. But yeah, this man John created a tier list template of every game I've ever streamed in all the years I've been doing content. Which is, you know, I respect the commitment to make this. As your Discord people call you Sons of Hoyo, you bless my polls. I appreciate the blessing. I'm not sure that we'll do this today, but we will definitely do this at some point. We'll definitely do this at some point. Yeah, have a good one, Maester Joe. Yeah, also just to make sure, John, I'm pinning it in our DMs. Because I don't know if we're going to do it today, but we will do it at some point. For sure, yeah. Alright, so for this fight... What's the tier list for? It's ranking every game that I've ever streamed in the entirety of me doing content creation. Which is spanning literal years, right? Actually, to be honest, it's if John really did his research, which I'm sure he did, is over a decade at this point. All right. All right. Yeah. So I think I'll keep this team the same here. And then, yeah, I might as well choose Casterus for this side. No big deal. I would use Sparxie if she was out. Yeah, roughly, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if there was a couple, like, things you missed from, like, the super early days before we even knew each other kind of thing. But to be honest, every RKO Randy Orton has ever done. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if that tier list template exists somewhere. I would not be shocked at that. Alright, let me do... I'll just say the Casterus, Evernight, RMC, and Hyacinth. Honestly, Sparxie probably, like, trivializes, this boss, by the way. The like, what was it? The banana academic, whatever boss. Sparxie will probably just trivialize this fight. I mean, it was made to be a wrap-up fight, but it's also weak to fire. All games you again with the retro games, you do have to be Odyssey, but still wanted to stream. You may have a great memory, but even you have your limit. Well, I hit the limits of John's memory? Like... Never before seen footage. Something John's memory can't remember. Don't let Brendan find out. Oh, Casterus also trivialized this fight. Hold on. I mean, it is MOC 11, right? Like, I wasn't expecting it to be super crazy. You could know I streamed that day, and to be fair, neither could I. You know what? That's true. I think if you managed to find those games, I would have literally made a tier saying I literally don't remember this. Like, I mean, my memory is obviously not your level of memory, but like, I'm pretty sure I remember all the games you had on the template there. Oh wait, yeah, no, Sparxie is gonna trivialize this boss if it ends up being an MOC 12 in the future, because it gives us an attack buff. Alright, and then this should be free because we have Brendan's homie Don Hung. Yeah, I'm thinking if there's a time I do that stream, I think it will probably be if I so backstory, because I know, John, you don't play Dokkan. Dokkan has a thing 2 times a month, at the middle and the end of the month. That does called Dokkan Day. Dokkan Day is a day where they have this special stage out that lets you rank up your account super fast and level up your character's link skills and give them extra stats super fast. So it's something I've been doing. If there's a Dokkan Day coming up that I'm gonna be able to stream, I will do the tier list when I'm grinding Dokkan Day. That's probably the best timing for me to do that. So I'm gonna try at some point. It won't be this month because actually let me look at the calendar real quick while we're running this. So this month is gonna be a no-go because Dokkan Day is like towards the weekend, and we know how my work is for weekends. But April, mid-April might be it. Yeah, either mid or late April is looking good actually, because Dokkan Day from the 14th, night of the 14th to night of the 15th is Tuesday and a Wednesday, and then for the end of the month, 29th to the 30th, is Wednesday and a Thursday. So very possible for that. Think H will ever receive a Dokkan mode equivalent? I don't think so. I don't think we're gonna have a bubble popping game. Maybe as an event they would do something like that, but not as like a core game mode. You've been sitting on it for a while? But yeah, when it does work out for me to do it, I'll let you know to make sure you'll be there. Cause that will be a fun kind of stream thing to do. Or actually, no, technically Dokkan Day isn't the only time I would do that. Either Dokkan Day or if content is dead enough for me to want to stream Dokkan World Tournament. Oh, pause. Wait, no, you were right. My fault. My fault, Geku. You got it. You got it. Oh yeah, Geku. Did I did Dre tell you what he what I told him to do for this week? Oh, easy work. Yeah, the new schedule. Yeah, because like because bro was, cause I was telling him, because he was like, I want to try to do 4 videos in a week, and he did that last week, but he didn't upload the first video till Wednesday. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? I'm just like, respectfully, like, you could do so much more than you've been doing. I'll say it privately, I'll say it publicly. Like, as a friend, right? Like, I'll love Dre to death, but he just does things sometimes, and I'm just like, you're just not helping yourself, man. With Dre especially, I mean, I'm usually real with everyone, right? But I will be especially real with that guy. Like, and not that many. Let me get that Notion link. Dude, the schedule, I literally, like, crafted it for him, because I was like, because he told me pretty much the stuff he wanted to do for the week, and I was like, all right, bet. Like, and I just thought of that, like, very quickly. All right, how many pulls are we at? Because we are 2 minutes away from the other banners going away. Oh, no, I don't want to check that. I want to check pulls. Yeah, well, all right, 125 plus the tickets is 130, and then we have an extra 20 here, 22 here if need be. But yeah, literally, Gecko. I just like, I mean, for you, obviously, it'll be there's the extra layer of you being in school, so you're gonna have to also like factor in time to do schoolwork and everything. But for Dre, I'm just like, bro, the content creation is the only thing you're doing right now. But I also set up the schedule in a way where, for today specifically, Geku, if you see him slacking or anything today, tell him to get back to work, because if he messes up the goal I gave him for today, like if he's late on that, he's going to make the rest of the week so much harder for himself. Like if you see him not working on the video I told him to work on for today, he is actually cooked. Alright, we got 30 seconds till the banners go away. Why is the banner going to go away a minute before? They're going to have a minute downtime? Either they're going to have a minute downtime, or Pride One is right and they're going to have an hour downtime, which an hour downtime is stupid for a gacha game. I'm just going to keep it real. You'll be on top of it? Pause, first of all. But second of all, I appreciate you looking out, man. Also, real talk, you know, all the stuff we got on this express train right here, and you're telling me the music comes from a single source, so that if I walk away from it, it gets lower in sound? Like, does the express not have the budget for surround sound speakers? Like, what are we doing? What are we doing over here? Okay, so those banners are just gone. Love that. Now we'll have to see if Sparxie drops in now, or she drops in an hour, because I've been seeing conflicting things. We just pause. What do you mean we just pause on anything? Look at what you said. You gotta look at what you said, Geku. Oh wait, it says new. Oh yeah, oh yeah, it's out. Yep, it's out. Okay, cool. It's out. There she is. And we got so many banners, we gotta scroll to get to standard. That's funny. Alright, W banners being out. Alright. Let's hydrate real quick. You know, it would have been cool if Sparkle was in the Express right now. Actually, let me see. Maybe she's in the party car, because I think other characters can show up in the party car as well. No, that's just Sunday being Sunday over here. Okay. Oh wait, Sparxie's in here. Oh, even better. Even better. I was thinking Sparkle maybe, but Sparxie's here. That works. That works for the pulls. I cannot get a good angle of Sparxie. Okay, fine. Fine. I guess I'll just stand like this with her just chilling there. Yeah, cause we gotta do these summons, so we gotta make sure we're in a good spot. All right, let's do this, chat. All right, so Sparxie just dropped in Honkai Star Rail here, which is super exciting. She definitely is going to be a very fun character, and she's also fun to see in the story as well here. So we're going to be pulling for her today. The goal is going to be E0S1 for Sparxie, and as usual, I don't need any of the 4 stars on here as well. And I do have a little bit of pity built up. We are sitting at, I believe, 20 pity, because what? It's 5, 10, 15, 20... Oh, not even 20. No, my fault. We're sitting at 15. Okay. Sitting at 15. I mean, we still have plenty of pulls here. We are sitting at 125 pulls plus the 5 tickets, so 130. And then I also have 22 here, which this will go up as we pull more 4 stars too. Hoping not to dip into these pulls, but I do have some pity here. I think we also have some light cone pity as well. That I'll just check real quick before we hop in. But we are going to hope for E0S1 here. Yeah, so 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, we have 21 on light cone. Okay. So we do have a little bit on both. Both are also on 50-50, well, 75-25 for the light cone. So let's not stall anymore. Let's jump right in, and y'all can let me know in the comments down below, too, how your pulls went. And we are also streaming this live, too, so y'all want to check out the streams. We have the link to Twitch in the description, and we also do multi-stream on YouTube as well. So let's jump right in here. First 10 pull. All right, no 5-star in here. It is what it is. Hey, what's going on, Eric? Welcome to the stream, man. Hopefully you're having a great day so far. Oh, that's a good copy. Oh, like copy to get. That's a W there. Absolute W. All right, nothing crazy in this first one. That's fine. Yeah, if there's any light cones that I want to get extra copies of, definitely Resolution. Like, I have one S5 copy, but it wouldn't hurt to have a second one, in all honesty. All right. Second 10 pull. Okay, nothing yet. I mean, my Yao Guang pulls went kind of crazy. So I wasn't expecting anything super crazy from this. You got it on the first multi. A send proof, Geku. Send proof. All right, that's a free extra pull. Dude, Hanya, high key, the most like underrated 4-star in my opinion. Like at the time of her release. Oh, Planetary Rendezvous. That's cool. I mean, not really something that I really needed, but sure. All right. All right. And this is also giving me back, a little bit of scary memories, because when I pulled for Sparkle, like the original Sparkle 2 years ago, I went to nearly hard pity, lost the 50-50, went to nearly hard pity again to get her on guaranteed. So getting worried a little bit thinking back to how my Sparkle pulls went, but we'll see what happens here. Another Hanya there. All right, cool. What happened to Universe 7's power of being trust? Amen. The best way I can trust you is if you drop that screenshot, man. Oh, okay. Hold on, 5-star. Walk in, boys. Walk in. Come on, Sparxie. Come on, Sparxie. Let me see that elation icon. Oh, we lost to Himiko, bro. See, not only did I lose the 50-50, right? Not only did we lose, right? At least it wasn't hard pity. Like, I'll take that. I think we were kind of like approaching soft pity there. But I still don't have Blade. the game doesn't want to give me Blade. I keep losing to Himiko, to Clara, to these characters that I have and I have dupes of, but I don't have Blade. I put Blade on my Celestial Invitation ever since they put him on there, and yet I still don't have the guy. Like, what is going on? Like, they really just don't want to give me Blade, man. Alright, Boundless Choreo. It's a decent Lycone. Alright, so now we're on Guaranteed, so we're going until we get our next 5-star here. Hey, if I can get an early one, that'd be cool. But this is also kind of payback for how good the Yao Guang pulls went. So I can't be super mad, right? I can't be super mad at this. But it does make me a little concerned when it comes to the light cone now, because we are having to put some extra pulls in here. Alright. So, second multi after losing. Alright, nothing yet. But yeah, back to my point before about the 4-star light cones. I think, honestly, the only ones that I really, like, want more copies of to have like an extra one is Resolution and Dance Dance Dance. Like a second Dance 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 S5 would go kind of crazy. All right, another honestly, like I'm glad for the 4-stars to be characters as well, because that does give me more pulls in reserve from the shop. So that is definitely a good thing. All right, third multi here. Still no 5-star. They're making me work for it. Sparkle always makes me work for it. Arlen the Goat needs to make an appearance. I don't know about that one, Chief. I don't know about that one. Arlen's just holding on to Sparxie's relics until I get her. Then he's just gonna be left to the side again, as usual. Cause that's all he is, a side character. Yeah, this is making me a little concerned here for this light cone now, because we're under 10k Jades. But we should have a decent number from the shop, too, so hopefully we will be able to still make everything work here. Alright, I'll take that. 2 4-star characters for the extra pulls, W. And of course you're gonna make me go all the way, of course. It's feeling like we're going all the way again. We gonna be here for a while, chat? Hey man, it's just the kind of games we play, right? It's just the kind of games we play. You know what? This one's getting skipped. Yep, that was the correct choice. Yeah, no, I stopped counting at this point. We're gonna have to go all the way for this. Because, see, I do nothing but, you know, glaze Sparkle and Sparxie, right? Like, it's been nothing but glaze, pretty much. Especially with Sparkle's buffs, with how Sparxie's kit plays. I'm skipping this one, too, to be honest. And this is how she rewards me. Okay, there she is. There she is. All right. But can we get 2? Can we get 2? If we get 2, all will be forgiven, right? Like, we know 1 is definitely in here. But if we can get a second Sparxie, you know, all will be forgiven. Alright, where's she at? Su Shang, what are you doing here? Where did Su Shang come from? Oh, okay, no, she's gonna be at the end of the multi. Alright, there's Sparxie. There she is. Yeah, they weren't giving me 2. Alright, we got our Sparxie. That is good. Definitely a W there. Now, alright, we have 2 multis worth here. And how much do we have in the shop right now, actually? We have 35 pulls right now in the shop. Okay. Alright, let's just snag this light cone. Come on. Come on, let's get this light cone going. Yeah, honestly, for that, we skip in. Ooh, another Resolution. Oh, yeah, Resolution's featured, isn't it? It is featured. Okay, that's actually good. So I might actually just be able to get my S5 copy. Or a second copy, rather. Alright, we're going to have to dip into the shop pulls. That's fine. It is what it is there. We got... I don't need any more of that light cone, but that is still a pretty solid light cone for Remembrance. Alright. I am going to... I'll grab 10. Do another 10 pull here. Come on. Okay, still nothing there. Love that. Gotta love that. Alright, Planetary Rendezvous, whatever. Let's grab another 10. Come on. Still nothing. They're really going to do me like this. They're really going to do me like another planetary rendezvous. Bro, I'm not looking for that light cone. That's not the one I want. I want Sparxie's light cone. Come on. Okay. Please. Zuzu, appreciate the luck here. Please let me just win this 75-25. Please. Please just let me see that elation symbol. Come on. Okay, another resolution. That's good. Oh, okay, sure. Please just show me that elation symbol. Please. Let's go! Let's go, chat. We take those. We absolutely take those. Now, I did pretty much go through all the pulls I have, which sucks, but we're skipping 4.1. We're skipping 4.1. So, we should be able to recoup for whatever ends up dropping for 4.2. My man said get Frieza in the stream right now. That is crazy. Alright, but we got Sparxie. She's all the way up here. Oh, wait. She's all the way up here because she was the target. Yeah. Well, we got Sparxie. Absolute W. Let's give her light cone here. But that is going to be it for the pulls. If y'all enjoyed, definitely be sure to like the video, hit that subscribe button, all that stuff. But thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Alright, W video chat. So now let's build up Sparxie. Oh yeah, and also we have our Himiko dupe. I guess, right? I guess she's E4 now. Yeah, I guess I have E4 Himiko and E4 Clara on my account. No Blade, you know. Sometimes it just be like that. Alright, so let's get Sparxie leveled up. Of course I was recording. My man thinks I'm gonna do pulls and not upload them. Like, you think I'm gonna do pulls and not upload them is kind of crazy of you. Alright, level 70. And then level 80, easy work. Oh yeah, we also got the 3 standard pulls real quick, which I'm not expecting anything from at all. But, you know, we do have them. Alright, let's grab all her pieces from Arlen. So Arlen can once again be useless and not have any gear, anything of value for us. Alright, and then... Oh, we gotta level up the light cone as well. But let me do, yeah, let's do her traces first. See, I do appreciate the fact that they're allowing us to quick level up, like, per trace. But the thing that I don't like is the fact that they need to give us a button to just, like, level up as many traces as possible. Because if you pre-farm, it would just be like a one-button thing and you unlock everything. Like, I feel like that would be super optimal. Also, Sparxie is one of these characters that needs quite literally everything leveled up. Because there's so many characters that don't need basic attack, but Sparxie needs her basic attack. Yeah, we'll grab that, get that. Oh, am I gonna run out of those regional materials? That's a little awkward, actually. So that might be a little awkward. Alright, then we have these smaller effects here. Oh wow, I'm actually having to use the universal material. That's kind of crazy. But it is what it is. And I actually don't know how I'm sitting for the trace materials for the light cone. I'll have to see here. Maybe I'll either have to farm some more up, or I'll have to Actually, I think this is the universal material for that. Yeah, that might be a little bit of a yikes for the light cone, but let's level it up. See what we can do here. Hey, what's going on, Flame? Yeah, I was able to get her. How many pulls? Almost everything I had, unfortunately, including the shop ones. Because I lost my 50-50, I got E4 Himiko, and then thankfully the light cone, I won the 75-25. But we're skipping Ashvale, so I should be able to build back up a decent amount of pulls. But we got easier S1, so I am happy about that. Oh yeah, let's do this manually now. Did you pull that off call? Well, let me know how it goes. All right, man. Good luck. All right, we have insufficient materials, which I'm sure is the trace stuff. Do I have a lot of any particular? Oh, I do. Oh, perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. I don't know how many I need, but I'm going to do this. Hey, what's going on, Mark? Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're having a great day so far. Oh, right. No, I want to do that manually. And chat, if y'all pulled for Sparxie, let me know how those pulls went. Okay, cool. That was enough. We do love to see that. Alright, so now with this and all her gear, stats should be looking pretty good. Yep, over 3,600 attack. Running pretty much base speed because I'm running 161 Sparkle and 165.3 crit damage here. So we do love to see that. Alright, let me go do those standard pulls we got from leveling her up. You jump 61 pulls, never lucky? Flame, no. Not like this. You were like 2 or 3 days ago, you got back into HSR on a new account, you're able to pull the character you wanted to, unlike on your main, so yeah, you got a new main. Hey, that's what's up. So sometimes it do be like that. Hey, what's going on, Rev? Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're having a great day so far. Alright, so now let's test out Sparxie. And I'll probably cut up some of the gameplay we're doing into a video as well. Oh, I think I'm just on the wrong side here. Whatever. I'll just warp to the parlor car. Yeah, I'll do a quick like video intro because I will make a I'll probably make a gameplay kind of video out of it, but it will just be us vibing for stream here. I'm just gonna do a quick intro and also gotta stay hydrated, chat. Alright, so we just were able to pull Sparxie. We got her all leveled up here. So we're going to take her into some of the endgame modes today to see how good she is. This is going to be my first time using Sparxie outside of like currency wars and whatnot. So let's see how she's going to do here. Alright, so let's start with MOC. I saved MOC 12 just for this too. So we'll see how she can do here. And we're going to fight 2 iterations of the Sparxie con boss, because we're going to fight MOC's version, and we're going to fight Anomaly Arbitration's version, because I haven't done either one yet. Alright, so we are going to run Sparxie, who I need to also favorite. So Sparxie, we're going to run Sparkle, whoever she is. Am I being blind? Oh, no, I'm not. I need to fix up my favorites. So Sparxie, Sparkle, Yao Guang is up here, and then DHBT. And then here we can run Casterus. Alright, let's see how we're going to do here. And and dang it, it's crazy. Usually we get the yeah, usually we get the spam stuff on Twitch. We had a spam message on YouTube. That's kind of crazy. that is kind of crazy, to be honest. You really want Evernight since her dress is super gorgeous, plus she summons a cute ad, so you had to pull her. That's fair enough. I do love Evernight as well. We do love that. Alright, let's see how this is going to do here. Alright, give her that thumbs down. Is there a way to delete this on this side too? Okay, not on the actual like chat. Can I refresh it to get rid of it? Okay, cool. We're good. All right. All right. So here, let's start. I do want to keep a good amount of skill points here. So I will just Actually, no, it probably doesn't matter too much. I might as well beef up my shields. Might as well. Alright, Yao Guang can basic as well. We're gonna get 3-1 punchline. Plus the ult. Alright, let's see how much the ult does. Sparxie hasn't done anything. Also, our punchline just went up from like 13 to 38. Sure. Sure, why not? You know, gotta love that. Alright, so Yao Guang does 300k. Sparxie does 500k. Okay. Sparxie hasn't done much. He's not buffed at all either. So, that is a very, like, base number kind of thing. Alright, so let's start her live stream. Alright. And then hit everyone there. Let's get Sparkle's skill. Because you do want to have a good amount of skill points to start out with for Sparxie, depending on your RNG. Also, 83 punchline is kind of nuts. So, Yao Guang hitting 800k and Sparxie hitting 2 mil, by the way. Like, let's talk about it. Is your enemies well since the last time we dropped in? Yeah, I mean, we are in a new region now, playing Arcadia, so definitely is some newer stuff here. Alright, we also have Sparxie ult. So let's see how much that does there. 200k. Alright, Sparxie Con time. Alright. So I have one character go to the subfield. We are going to send Sparxie in. Alright, live stream time. Which gets us an insane amount of punchline, by the way. Okay, RNG was alright there. But we're doing 1.2 mil. Easy work, okay. And then we get this instant off. How much damage are we gonna do? 500k from Yao and 1.7 from Sparxie. Yeah, we're doing some pretty crazy damage. I can't lie about that. Last time you logged in was a Firefly banner? Oh yeah, that was a good amount of time ago, actually. Alright, time for another, or not yet, after Don Hung here, but time for another live stream. Alright. Not giving me the craziest luck here. Okay, hold up. Okay. We got 17, not awful. And that'll do 2.3. Okay, yeah, Sparxie is going kind of crazy. I can't lie about that. We'll send her to the subfield. And I need to ult with Sparkle as well, give her some skill points. Because pretty much for this MOC version, this one live stream should be able to just... Well, we'll get live stream plus ult, actually. So that should be pretty good for us. Especially if we can get some skill points back. Alright, we only got 13 there. It is what it is. But we also get ult. And Don Hung can go as well. 300k ult. Yeah, Sparxie's looking pretty good here. I can't lie. Yeah, definitely can't lie about that. Alright, Yao's gonna hit a bit of everything here. And another Aha instant for free. Also, how does this work now? With the sub-zone. So is Yao Guang just gonna hit out here and Sparxie's gonna hit inside the sub-zone? That's what I'm thinking is gonna happen. Okay, and then we get another Aha instant here. Alright, so we break out of the sub-zone. Boom. And we triggered a free Aha instant. Okay, that's kind of funny. That's kind of funny. I can't lie about that. And boom, another strong amount of damage there. Yeah, this team just kind of shoots out damage. Also, this memory turbulence is about to go kind of crazy. Because it's at 50. Or well, that's if we get there. Because now we're about to live stream again. Alright. Are we hitting 20? Perfect. Okay, we hit 20. Perfect. So let's see how much damage we're going to do. 2 million is pretty crazy. And then we're just going to wrap it up with the memory turbulence. Boom. Easy work. Easy work for Sparxie. Yeah, Sparxie's looking pretty good. And that's just with 2 Elation characters, right? We add a 3rd Elation character to that, it might go even crazier. Like, it's gonna be a pretty good, that's gonna be a pretty good spot for us. And then we can just auto this. It's the Caster's premium team. I don't expect there to be any kind of issues with it. Especially against someone like Lygus. Yeah, I think after this, we can try, we'll try Pure Fiction. Cause I do think Pure Fiction has a fire weak side, right? So we can try that. There also are Elation buffs in general. So we can try Pure Fiction, then we'll do Apocalyptic Shadow, and then we can do Anomaly Arbitration as the last kind of test. That team is still missing 3 characters. You'll be getting a rerun soonish. Hopefully, it probably won't be for at least a couple patches, but we'll see what they end up doing, for sure. I also could be wrong, because sometimes they rerun characters super early, and sometimes they take over a year for characters to rerun, right? So, it's really a coin flip. Alright, Siren ult. They really gave her a whole cutscene, by the way. Like, that really is crazy. Also, this is going to be interesting, too, because this team doesn't benefit from the MOC buff, like, at all. Because really only Elation characters are going to benefit from it. But this team is going to be strong enough to take on the boss, surely. Especially since we have plenty of cycles left. It just sucks that we're dealing with the jellyfish boss thing. Or whatever this thing is. Because this thing, you want to fight it with Dot. And we are not using Dot here. Although it does advance itself forward and takes its own dot, so that is nice. Alright, hopefully Casterus does enough here. Although it's not looking too great with all that damage reduction it has. Oh cool, it advanced itself? Okay, light work. Light work. And now we get to play this peak OST. Bro, I'm telling you, the Xandar OST is one of my favorites. It's one of my favorite boss OSTs from Amphorius. Like, I feel like a lot of people are gonna like Sparxie, just based on what I'm seeing from her, from what I've used. definitely, definitely does seem pretty fun here. But yeah, this team, because of how good Hyacinth is, this team is going to have no issues. Yeah, we're going to take that damage, and then we're going to just caster us up. Yeah, because even though Lygus was made, like, this Xandar boss was made for Hyacinth. Because of, you see the weaknesses, you see the patch that the boss was in. Like, this was definitely a Hyacinth, not Hyacinth, a Hyacinth, shield boss, because Hyacinth can hit a lot of enemies. You have like the dots to take care of the ads, so like that would be good for it. But the casters team ends up performing just fine here because there's plenty of ice characters on the casters team, so it do be like that. Oh, hold on. Cyrene's kind of low. Oh, wait, no, that's because she used her ult. Never mind. Yeah. We'll be okay. Or at least we should be okay. Evernight's low as well. Yeah. Yeah, Hyacinth's gonna have to lock in a little bit here. Oh, wait, no, Casters will give us a little healing, too. Okay. No, we should be fine. Because, yeah, he's gonna transform. That should give us enough HP to tank this, right? Oh yeah, easily. And then Hyacinth heals us back up. Light work. Yeah, even with no buff helping them at all, this team is doing just fine here. Like, I definitely want to hope that they saw how power creep ended up during 3.x, and are obviously, like, there's still going to be a level of power creep, because that's just going to be the case in any gacha, but I hope they aren't going to make it feel as crazy. Alright, we're going to have, we'll be taking some more damage over here, but Casters will heal us back up. So gotta love that. Oh, and we also broke him. W. Alright, yeah, this fight's almost done, yeah. Because Casters is about to dragon up again. The dragon goes before Xandar goes, so we should be in a pretty good spot here. Yeah, 5% left on him. We're not gonna die or anything, so yeah, we're good. Oh, and also, like, I was talking about this team being good for Xandar unintentionally, although it probably was intentional, because also Hyacinth is wind, so yeah, this team is actually very good for Xandar. I mean, besides Casterus is the only one who's not, but she's gonna be drenched in true damage, so it's fine. Like, we literally two-cycled. We quite literally two-cycled without even trying. Gotta love that. Alright, let's jump over to Pure Fiction. Alright, cool. We're already in the Lofu. Yeah, I think there's a Fire Weak side, right? I think it's the first side. Yeah, against Bronya. Alright, so let's... Yeah, I'll just wipe everything out there. So let's use... where is she? Sparxie, Sparkle, Yao Guang, and DHPT. And then on the other side, we can just use Casterus Premium. And buff-wise, yeah, take more Lation damage. That is the goal with that team. And then we can do this as well for them. Alright, so we are jumping into Pure Fiction now. We're going to go against the Bronya boss here because we do have the fire weakness for Sparxie and also a physical weakness for Yao and DHPT here. So that is going to be pretty good as well. Let's see if we can hit 40k. as I always do with Pure Fiction, I just auto it. So we're going to see how it does on the auto here, because I do think that I feel like this team could do it. I feel like we could do it here. Especially with the Pure Fiction buff here, because I did pick the one for the extra elation damage during the Surging Grit phase. So we should be doing some pretty good numbers here with the team. Also, low-key, it might be worth, for like optimal kind of runs, it might be worth saving Yao's ultimate until after Sparkle buffs Sparxie. That might actually be the most optimal thing to do. Alright, so we're just going to get a ton of damage here. It's going to be a little overkill, I would say. But we do get a lot of punch lines, so the aha instants are going to be very good. Or, well, actually, no, the overkill thing is only really going to be a big issue, I think, in the first wave. I think once we get to the other waves that have an actual, like, boss or elite character, then I think it's going to be a little better. Alright, and speaking of which, we have Sparxie's ult for second wave here. We got there pretty quickly, too. So, we do love to see that. Also, 75 punchline, by the way. Let's see what kind of damage we're cooking up here. With the buff, you know, Yao at 2 mil, and then Sparxie at 4 mil there. And then the buff itself at almost a mil. Yeah, we just cleaved through this dude's health. He went from 100 to 36% instantly. Like, I don't know if I've seen a Pure Fiction clear that fast. Yeah, this might be the easiest 40k of my life. Unironically. Alright, we buff her into this wave. Gonna be a little overkill again, but, you know, it is what it is. Alright, cooked there, and then now we have Bronya. Alright, how much are we doing with the Aha Instant here? A mil from Yao. We have 6 mil from Sparxie and 700k from there as well. Yeah, which Bronya has more health than the Elite, which makes sense. But now we're going to get another, you know, burst of damage here, but already doing this amount of damage, and we haven't even gotten through the first cycle. Like, yeah, we're about to hit 30k, which is crazy. Because now we're only in our second cycle of the fight. Yeah, so Pure Fiction, as long as the buffs really help elation characters, I think Sparxie can be very good in here. I think once we stray away from elation in the future for these kind of buffs, then maybe Sparxie isn't going to be as good in this kind of mode. But for right now, and I think probably for the next few patches or so, I think we are definitely going to cook in terms of having these elation buffs for Sparxie. Alright, yeah, over 30k, which usually is like the minimum goal that I would like for a side, because obviously I do want to get 60k for rewards whenever I do Pure Fiction, but hey, if you have 40k on the side, you're not going to complain, because that's just going to make your other side much easier, and you can have a little bit more room for error. But Sparxie's numbers are very good here. And I do have her max attack stat as well as she needs for her elation. I have her over 3600 attack. And pretty solid crit ratio too. Actually, during Apocalyptic Shadow, I want to see how high her crit damage gets with the Yao Guang signature light cone as well as Sparkle's buffs for her. I want to see what her crit damage is going to get to. Alright, we have not many skill points here. So, not the craziest amount of damage there, but still something that's pretty good. Still pretty good there. Alright, yeah. We're definitely hitting 40k. Like, Bronya is at 23% health. We're getting another Aha Instant. Yeah, Mono Elation is gonna go pretty crazy, in all honesty. Because getting 4 Elation skills altogether is gonna be nuts. Alright, then the other Aha Instant here with 33 punchline. Is that gonna be enough? Oh yeah, that's gonna be enough. If Yao did that much damage, yeah, easy work. Easy 40k. Gotta love that here. So next up, let's jump into Apocalyptic Shadow. Let's see what we can cook up in there. I don't even know which side I want to do, to be honest, for Apocalyptic Shadow. I don't even remember what's in here. Oh, yeah. What do we have in Apocalyptic Shadow? Oh, we have Kafka and Pollux. I don't even think there's elation buffs. Oh, wait, she is weak to fire. Oh, she is weak to fire. Okay, no, yeah, we can do this. Okay. Yeah, we can do this. Let's swap this team up for Sparxie, Sparkle, Yao, and DHPT. And what buffs do we have here? Okay, these buffs are actually not going to help us that much, so I'm just going to go with the physical damage. So at least Yao and DHPT are going to get some extra. So yeah, we can definitely see how this goes here. Alright, so we're jumping into Apocalyptic Shadow here. Same team comp, but none of the buffs are actually that helpful for this team here, because we haven't gotten an Apocalyptic Shadow for 4.0 yet. So we will have to see how this goes. I'm just doing the physical damage one in all honesty. It'll help out Yao and DHPT a little bit, but nothing here is really going to be a big deal for Sparxie. So let's just jump in. Let's see what she's going to do here. And all these are first attempts as well with the Sparxie team. So we'll see how this goes. Kafka does have a fire weakness on her, so that will help us out a lot. Alright, so get all these buffs and everything off, and then jump right in. So we want to get rid of the one with the fire weakness. That is going to be the important thing. Which is going to be do on the right. Which also, he's important anyway, because I don't want to get CC'd by him. So that is going to be important for us here. I don't care, that one's getting buffed. DHPT's got me. He's got me with these shields. I'm not worried. Alright, and then I'll ult here. Just to see how it is. Like, I'm not trying to play super optimally. I'm just trying to see how these characters are really going to perform here. Alright, and then not a crazy damage number, but again, Sparxie's not buffed yet. But now she's going to be buffed. Let's just get all the buffs we can on her. Because we are going to try to go a little crazy. Okay, I might as well just try to hit everyone here. Yeah, so we'll get what we can here. Alright, 15. Let's see what we do damage-wise. 300k. And we get the AHA instant. Yeah, these AHA instants are probably going to be the most clutch part of this, in all honesty, for Apocalyptic Shadow. Or especially for this fight of Apocalyptic Shadow, because, yeah, we just got rid of both of those at the same time, so now we can just fully focus in on Kafka, which is very big for us. Yeah, so now we get a live stream here. And then we'll get ult right afterwards, too, which is super nice. So 14 hits. And then ult, we get the break. Alright, yeah. Oh, yeah, and everyone gets advanced with this one. So definitely a W here. Let's skill right there. And then we have not a ton of skill points, but is what it is. We do get Sparkle's ult, though, which is helpful. Maybe I don't go overboard on this one, actually. Maybe we just do a little bit here. Maybe if I can get up to, like, 10 comfortably. Okay, or not. You know what? Oh, no, yeah, we can get up to 10. Okay, we got skill points back. Yeah, I feel like that should be decent. Because we are going to have the AHA instant as well. With 42 punchline, that should bring us to phase 2, surely. Oh, yeah, 100%. 100%. Alright, we do love to see that. Alright. Then for these guys, I mean, we're going to do kind of the same strategy, to be honest. Like, I don't have to just target one of them. We can just kind of target the group in general. Yeah, we do have some buffs on Sparxie, so we can get the AHA instant as well. On there, and do some decent damage, too. Because a lot of this team stuff is just going to be able to hit everyone, so that is going to be really helpful for us. Alright, so we have max skill points. Buff Sparxie. Let's see how much damage we can get done with this. Okay, hold on. We got a decent chain of luck there for a second, but then they didn't want to give me any skill points. Right, 17's not bad, though. That's not bad. So we'll do some good damage there. And we have Sparkle, and also the Dinosaur on the left took some good damage there. So we do love to see that. Alright, we are going to want to break the one on the right there, which we should be able to do soon. Also, Kafka's taking a good amount of damage here, too. Like, that's actually really good. That's actually really good for us. Alright, and so let's see how much Kafka takes. I haven't actually been paying attention to her, how much she's been taking. Alright, Sparxie. So, 650k. Alright, cool. We broke that dude. So, I'll just target Kafka with the live stream. Because then, I might get her ult afterwards. I'm actually not 100% sure if I will, but if we do, that'll be pretty good. Alright, 15 hits is pretty decent. Yep, and then ult as well for some extra damage. Not the craziest amount, but once she gets broken, we'll be fine. Alright, reproc my shields. We need to proc Yao's buff as well. And here... What do I want to do here? You know what? I'm going to basic attack. Because... I don't want to have a minimal amount of... I mean, I should say minimal because I would have gotten 6 skill points back from the ult anyway. But... I do also want to get her broken here because... we will be able to wrap this up pretty soon. Which also, action value-wise, we're doing pretty good. Because, like, I think the lowest you'll want to aim for is probably 1,300 per. Okay, we didn't even have to hold back, actually. Yeah, we didn't even have to hold back. I was just being a little scared. But we are actually fine. Because we get the Zaha instant here. And then, if anything, Sparxie can attack. But she won't need to. She won't need to actually take her time there. Yeah, so we're good. Alright, so pretty solid showing for Apocalyptic Shadow there. 3,600 is definitely a pretty solid number for sure. Especially if your other team kind of struggles too in the other side. So definitely a W there. So finally now let's take her into Anomaly Arbitration. And we got hydrated a bit more too, chat. Alright, back to the express we go in the party car. Alright, so I have some progress in terms of the nights, but I did get a clear in all of them. Funny enough, I got a 1-star on the first night, 2-star on the second night, and 3-star on the third night. But we're going to face the King and Check stage. So let's go in with the same team. It's going to be Sparxie, Sparkle, Yao, and DHBT. And let's see what buffs we got here. Okay, yeah, they're giving me the breakdown of the mechanic there. Alright, the stage has a special elation skill. When entering Aha instant, deal 15 instances of imaginary elation damage to a random enemy. When it ends, all allies get 10% all type res pen. Okay, that's actually pretty good. Enemy targets on the subfield receive 30% more final damage, but can't take crits. That's interesting. And increase all ally targets damage by 40%. Increase speed of prime field ally targets by 40%. I'm gonna do the first one. I do like the elation instant stuff. We get res pen too, which is definitely a good stat to get. And let's just jump right in here. Let's see how we do. Let's see how we do here. We've had Anomaly Arbitration for a handful of patches now, but I've only gotten I think I've only truly cleared the King in Check once. And I'm not even sure if that was a 3-star. I think it might have even been a 2-star. So let's see what we can do here. Alright, so let me... Yeah, shields are actually going to be very helpful here, but we should be fine to just do this, and then ult. Yeah, shields are definitely going to be important on this phase, at the very least. Alright, I'm actually going to do what I was thinking before. Hold Yao's ult, then do this, and then this to buff, and then we'll use Yao's ult. Yeah, because then we'll have all of Sparkle's ults with all her buffs on Sparxie. So we should get some pretty solid damage numbers there. Yeah, 600k. Decent damage to start there. And we also get an extra 10 punchline from him, W. And then let me start the live stream. W Sparxie over here. Alright, 14 hits, not the craziest, but should be decent damage there. And another AHA instant as well. Yeah, I feel like we're going to be triggering these pretty often with this team, and they're going to be very strong there too. So that is a W. And we also get Sparxie ult. I believe her ult also gives her those thrill stacks as well. So that'll save us on some skill point usage. So we can get an even stronger live stream state over here. Okay, our RNG was not blessing me up before. Alright, 16 hits is decent, for sure. Almost 1.3 million there. And already almost done with these enemies. So making pretty decent time, actually. Yeah, well, let's just run this here. Get those skill points back so we can be ready. But this AHA instant should be pretty good, too. Yeah, because Yao's going to do 400k. Sparxie does 1.6 mil. Okay, yeah, so we're already moving on to Sparxie Con. That is very good for us. Yeah, already being here on Sparxie Con is pretty huge. Alright, so we'll buff there. And let's have Sparxie go to the subfield. And let's see how good we can have our live stream be over here. Alright, 13 hits, not great, but it is what it is. 1 million damage. And then I don't have the skill points to be buffing, to be pulling Sparxie up right now. So I will simply just attack here. Okay, yeah, now they won't deal as much damage, which isn't too big of an issue, no matter what. Alright, so Yao can attack here, and we'll trigger the AHA instant, which I think Yao's attack is going to trigger on the main boss, and then Sparxie's triggers on the subfield, right? Yeah, Sparxie's pretty triggers on the subfield. Okay, so that is pretty good as well. And we get to use the ult now as well, and we have skill points available to us, so definitely a W. Alright, and we got Dot Hung's ult too. Okay, we're doing pretty good right now. I can't lie about that. Yeah, this might be my first ever 3-star for Anomaly Arbitration. Hold on, chat. Alright, another AHA instant. Yeah, because we'll get another Sparxie livestream turn, and we have max skill points. So, yeah, I think that livestream should bring us to phase 2. Yep, we have Sparxie here. And then we just charge up her live stream here, get her those gifts. Alright, come on, give those skill points back. Okay, we got 18. 18's not bad at all. And Sparkle ult too. W Sparkle ult. Alright. 1% is kind of crazy, but can Yao Guang do the 1%? Oh, she can. Beautiful. Okay. That is really good for us. So we'll bring Sparxie to the subfield. We'll get another live stream going. Yeah, because getting through the subfield does give us some skill points back as well. So that is also very good. Oh, Sparxie does not have a shield right now. That's a little concerning, but the Dragon Summon is coming up soon. So at least we'll have that going for us. Yeah, I'm going to play it smart here and not use Sparkle's skill this turn because we don't have the skill points to give. Alright, let's buff with Yao Guang as well. We do need to get that back up. Alright, let's hit everything here. I probably could have hit one of the side ones with DHPT, but that should be fine. now we can boost up Sparxie. Because now she'll have a good amount of skill points to get out of the subfield. Because we should get out of the subfield and then be able to use her ultimate for the actual boss. So that should be pretty good. Alright, 13 hits. Surely that does enough. Oh, it doesn't. Okay, it doesn't do enough, but we got the Aha Instant. Okay. The Instant will do enough. And then the ult will hit the main boss here. Okay. Alright, boom. And then another Aha Instant there as well. Alright, are we going to lose a 3-star here, or is it one more cycle that I have? Let me see. Okay, no, we do have this cycle. Okay. That is very good, too. Alright, so let's... Basic here. Yeah, we have max skill points. I'm going to hold on to Yao's ult until we Sparkle skill. We'll basic there. Skill. Into ult. Oh, yeah, I think we're going to get this 3-star here. Yeah, because she's at 57%. We'll do some good damage with the instant here. And then we have Sparxie's stuff here. Oh, yeah, we are good. W 3-star clear. For once in my life, we're getting the 3-star on this. So we do love to see that. Oh, and we hit 20. Easy work. Boom. And then we get the Aha Instant. That's going to wrap it up. That is going to wrap it up for us. Boom. Easy work. Alright, good stuff. And we get the gold emblem there, too. That's a W. That is absolutely a W there. Yeah, auto-equip that. Nice. So, yeah, all in all, Sparxie is looking very good. I definitely do like her. And I am curious to see how Elation is going to go from here. Because the team could go kind of crazy. I am just going to show off the build as we end off the video here. But for Sparxie, we are running her 3600 attack. I also didn't look at her crit stats during the battle, but I mean, it is what it is. You saw the damage she was putting up. She's doing good. But 85 crit rate, 165 crit damage. So pretty solid there. Light Cone is S1 there, which does give us some extra crit damage as well, some extra elation. Elation damage defense ignore there as well, and all allies extra 20% elation too. So pretty solid stuff in there. Traces are maxed. Relics I'm running 4-piece Everglorious Magical Girl and 2-piece Tengoku Livestream. Which some of the pieces could definitely be better, but we do have the amount of attack that I need, and I am running attack boots as well to give me more attack for that 3600 requirement for her traces. And then it is E0 here as well. So let me know what you all think of Sparxie, but thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed and want to see more content from me, definitely be sure to hit that subscribe button. But with that, everyone, I will see you all next time. Alright, chat, another W video. Yeah, another W video. We do love to see that. And Sparxie just dancing over here. She be doing TikTok dances over there. But yeah, Sparxie's fun, man. Alright, let me, I was gonna do this. Let me fix my favorites. Let me fix my... Is there anyone who doesn't need to be favorited right now? Honestly, Ron-Mei doesn't need to be. Fei Xiao doesn't need to be. Huoho could stay favorited. Saber doesn't need to be. Tribby honestly doesn't need to be. Archer will stay favorited because he's that guy. Maide doesn't need to be. Venturine doesn't. Gallagher's the GOAT, so he stays favorited. And then we need to add Sparkle. We need to add Sparxie. Oh, wait, no, Sparxie's up here. But we need to add Sparxie. They're honestly the main two that need to be added, right? So yeah, let's do that, and then let's go back into favorites now. Yeah, because Yao is favorited, Finon's favorited. Yeah, Robin could stay there. Is there anyone here I'd want to easily, like, get to? I mean, maybe, you know, I can favorite Kafka and Swan. But I think that's pretty much it for right now that I'd want to easily get to. But yeah, like I'm cool with keeping my Sparxie build where it is. Like I mean, the clears we got were pretty good. Like MOC was pretty solid. Let me actually pull up the recording real quick here. Yeah, I want to pull up real quick. I want to see what that MOC clear was like, cycle wise. All right, what was the MOC clear in terms of cycles? All right, and then I don't need to hear my own voice. Alright, what were we at? Oh, we zero cycled. Oh wait, no, did we zero? No, we one cycle. Okay. We one cycle, which I mean is good. I would say, like, I'm not someone who chases zero cycles. So like I'm not gonna be like, oh man, I got a one cycle, I need to go back and do a zero cycle. I'm not ever gonna be that kind of guy, to be honest. Like, as long as I get my clear rewards, I'm chilling, right? Now, obviously, sometimes it is fun to try to get better like cycles and whatnot, but I'm not going to make the biggest deal out of it, right? Oh, yeah, also we can do yeah, we can do this. Did I never do Rappas? Oh, I guess I never did Rappa or Sparkle. Okay, that's awkward. Let me run the character trials real quick, because we need to try to get as many Jades as we can for everything that happened with our pulls. Also, hey, look, it's the exact same team that we've been running. All right, I'll just let this auto here, to be honest. But yeah, now that Sparxie's out and my build for her is good, I'm kind of chilling for Sorrel for right now. Cause let me actually check real quick, cause I don't think there's any dreams for or like official dreams for 4.2 yet. Let me see. No, nothing yet. Okay. So there's not really anything I'm gonna have to like prep for right now. So we'll see what they end up cooking up. Alright, y'all gonna see the gameplay freeze for a second because I'm just taking a screenshot of something. There we go. Yeah, I really am curious on what the next like direction for Elation is gonna be, cause it definitely feels like they're gonna go towards a mono Elation, and I think even if they don't somehow, I think I'm still gonna try it, right? Like I can definitely see us getting Elation MC, and then Anniversary is probably gonna be Elation for sure, so. And it is also nice to have a little bit of RNG here, because I know everyone, like, on launch, you know, we do love running QQ, who apparently, you know, as I've heard in my Discord last night, QQ has been getting some decent clears in endgame right now. So that is something pretty interesting. All right, let's go Rappa. She's finally back, everyone. Oh, and they put Dahlia in her what is it, showcase stage here. That's good. Rappa is still like, I mean, like in terms of like her moves and animation, she's one of the most like aesthetically pleasing characters in this game. Like I can't lie about that. Because you do this, and then you get this really cool ult. Well, first, the Dahlia wants to, do her thing there. I'm gonna slow this down, because, we don't get to see this ult. We haven't gotten to see this ult in, like, a year. Like, this is probably still one of my favorite, like, aesthetic ults in the game. And then you go into the basic here. You go boom, boom, boom. Easy damage. And also, the Star Rail devs who make these aptitude showcases, no game, because they put Gallagher here instead of Linksha. W devs, in all honesty. W devs. Alright, then one more here. Boom, boom, boom. And she's got another ult. Man, Rappa's such a fun character. It just sucks that she released at a time where I was like, yeah, I'm not going to be pulling for her. And then Break fell off the face of the earth. Like, it really is unfortunate, but Rappa is still super fun. She's probably the most fun of the Break DPSs, in all honesty. Alright, then Dahlia. Dahlia just doing Dahlia things over here. Yeah, Few can get the buff there. Cool, cool. Alright, Gallagher, let's see it. My goat Gallagher, man. Alright, and then wrap it up. Alright, now let's see who they put in Sparkles. I'm actually curious, because it seems like they are updating these now. Oh, okay, they're doing an Archer team, okay. And because we're using an Archer team, I gotta do my favorite thing. I gotta do my favorite thing in the whole world. Oh, was that not far enough? Oh, was that too far, I mean? There we go. There we go. Also, Archer mains have been eating good this patch so far. Like, obviously, Sparxie being out now, people are going to use Sparkle with her. But, at least for first half of 4.0, Archer mains have been eating. Because Archer has been super fun to use with Sparkle's buffs. I really wonder what they're gonna end up doing with the Fate collab, because it's like it's been in the game now for like 3/4 of a year at this point. So it's like, is it truly gonna be permanent, or are they just gonna choose to pull the plug one day? Like I really don't know what they're thinking for those collab banners. Which, I mean, like, the longer they're here, the better, obviously. Or, well, up to a point, at least. Like, I mean, for the collection aspect, yes, but in terms of actually, like, using the characters and whatnot, like, eventually, like, you're not going to be using them. Like, I don't think many people are using Saber at this point. But, like, Archer did get a breath of new life because of Sparkle's buff, so, I mean, we'll see what ends up happening. Maybe some other character buffs will make Saber start to look a bit better, too. That would definitely be cool. And yeah, boy, yeah, we're at 293 Jades. We got some rebuilding to do, and it didn't help that we're back up to 9 pulls, but it didn't help that we had to use 30 pulls in the shop as well, which does suck. And through everything, right? Through everything, I am still missing. If I can find her in here, I'm still missing one Eidolon of Yukong. Every other 4-star is E6. It's just Yukong. Like, it really is just Yukong. Like, it's kind of crazy. But yeah, what else content-wise do we have for, Oh yeah, we do have, Sparxie there. That's cool. Yeah, what do we have in terms of... They're not here. Oh yeah, in terms of content going forward. Let me, pull up the news here. Do they have... I forget, does Starbow have a calendar like, ZZZ does? Yeah, we have that. Or yeah, well, I mean like an event calendar. Do they have that in here? In, Star Rail? I don't actually remember. Oh yeah, they do. Okay. Oh, we literally have nothing else this patch. We actually have nothing else this patch. That's actually kind of crazy. Yeah, because we have, yeah, all this stuff is out. The 23rd here is... I'm assuming that's a Sunday, right? Oh, no, that's Monday. Yeah, so... Oh, so does 4.1 drop Thursday? If that's the case? Or does it start on the, Yeah, I'm actually not sure how they're handling that, but, Oh, no. Yeah, Yao Guang's banner ends on the 24th, and so does Sparxie. Yeah. Okay, so since they end on the 24th, yeah, okay, so it's going to drop on Wednesday. So Wednesday the 25th is going to be the... Yeah, yeah, that's going to be the end of this patch and start of the next one. Okay. Okay, yeah, so we don't have too much left to do. I'm still holding on to this as well, because I was going to pick either Jing Yuan or Imbibitor, because I don't have either of them, but I'll see what I end up doing. You know, I want to see how stuff progresses, because I could also go for a dupe of Sparkle or Kafka for their respective teams, so we'll see what I do for that. But yeah, we've gotten everything else here. Gift of Odyssey's done. Trevor's mission, I did that. Events, I think I have to do more of the Arcadia Fun Time thing, so that is something I can work on too over time. And then just like the regular stuff here. Yeah, we'll have Realm of the Strange for next week. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, that's we don't have too terribly much content for Star Rail. But I would say just as like a version 4.0, I would say it's been pretty good. Not like breathtaking or anything like that. Like, it's not like the best 0.0 version that Gacha has ever seen or anything close to it, right? But definitely is a pretty solid, definitely has been pretty solid so far, and hopefully they are going to be giving us a good anniversary. And you know what, just for the fun of it, right? Just for the fun of it, one single. Okay. If we did one and then I saw her pop up, I would have been like, whoa. I mean, that has happened before. That's how I pulled Cyrene. But not something you can count on. All right, so yeah, I'll be saving at this point through the rest of this patch, through 4.1, and then we'll see what 4.2 is going to have. Plus, I'm sure we'll get plenty of rewards during for anniversary. Because what, based on this, right? So 4.1 drops on the 25th, neither the 24th or on the 25th. Then 4 weeks later, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4. So the 22nd should be the anniversary patch for 4.2, which is days before the actual anniversary. So we'll see what they end up giving us for that. Maybe I'll probably do a video like I've done the past couple of years, giving like giving my predictions for the anniversary. But we'll end up seeing how that's gonna play out for sure. Because sometimes with Hoyo, you never know. You never know with Hoyoverse here. But I mean, we pretty much got through all the stuff I want to do. Yeah, I might as well just keep today a bit shorter, so I can have time to get those videos edited and make sure those go out at a reasonable time for you. I mean, the gameplay one probably won't be till Thursday, because I'm expecting to do a Dokkan video tomorrow. Because that should be getting some new announcements too. But yeah, pretty good stuff today. We did get Sparxie. We did get her light cone as well. I mean, we did lose the 50-50, which sucks, but it is what it is. It's a gacha game. You're never going to be super lucky all the time. But I actually like how the Tengoku planar set looks in the middle there. I do actually like that a lot. Alright, but I think I am going to end it off here. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed and want to see more content from me, if you're on YouTube, be sure to hit that subscribe button. If you're on Twitch, be sure to hit that follow button. The support is greatly appreciated. If you guys want to check me out on any other platforms as well, if you're on YouTube, they're all in the description. But for Twitch, I'm going to put them in the chat here. We do have a Discord server that you guys can check out. That is our community. And I'll also have any kind of updates in regards to streams. We also do have a YouTube where I do upload videos to for Star Rail, Dokkan Battle, and any other gacha games I feel like covering at the time. Then we also have Twitter. We have TikTok, which I do need to get some more videos out on TikTok as well. I do have some ready. I just gotta get them posted and scheduled out. But that is gonna be it for me. I do appreciate you all. I might try to stream at another point this week. I'll have to see how that works with my schedule. Will probably be a Dokkan stream. But I'll keep you all posted on that in the Discord. But that's it for me. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all on the next one.